Alright, time for part 2 of Sylvester Weaver's guitar rag. First of all, I'm going to show you some of the variations on the melody, on the treble strings. Some are very simple, some are a little more complex, a little different picking styles. And I may not get all of these perfectly note for note from the original recording, but I'm real close. Plenty of room here to improvise, make up your own variations. And that's really what you should be doing anyway, but this is a start. So, here's the second variation on the treble string. It's good again to learn them separately, to make sure you know what you're playing, and then you can put it all together with the bass. So here's the second one. So, I'm playing in that same area, hammering onto the second fret of the second string. This time, when I slide down to that fourth fret, I'm going to pick it and kind of smear it back up to the open string. Then from there, you just do the same thing. So that's one variation. There's one that you can play. Another one that he does later in the songs is kind of like this. And that one, just drops down to that 7th fret sooner. Plays it right off the bat. Into it. Then another one that he plays, which is different, is he holds it. Whoops, hold on, let me try that again. Then he slides down to the A. Then he comes into the G, and what he does is he slides into the chord, but he's picking with his finger, he's picking the 3rd string and the 2nd string. Then, down to the A chord. That's a nice variation. Let me play that with the bass going. And you're mixing in the chords with the single string run, so that adds another nice touch to it. Then one that he plays just once in the original recording, which is really kind of cool, is he slides all the way down here to the 12th fret and to play the D chord, just like he's been playing the other chords. So here's what you might call the solo in the song. So I slide into that chord. I'm still using the slide to bar off all 6 strings. Still playing the alternating bass. It gets a little high there instead of this. That's what he's doing. And what I'm doing is I'm sliding, and with my finger I'm hitting the 2nd and the 3rd string together with the bass. And then I'm going to the A chord, back to the 12th fret, G chord, and then single string, down to the A chord, back into it. If you listen to the song, he does a lot of little variations with the picking, variations with the melody, and you can figure that all out once you get the map of the song on the guitar and get an idea what he's doing. Last thing, the ending, the final verse. This is kind of cool how he does it. It's real simple. I'll show you this to end up with. I'm going to play just a final verse through. Doing. Just sliding down with the slide to the 12th fret, 1st and 2nd strings. And letting that ring out. So I'm going from the E, 2 picks there, and then ending it up. That is Sylvester Weaver's Guitar Rag. A little sloppy instruction here and there, but these videos aren't meant to be perfectly professional. I don't have the time for that. They're meant to help people who want to learn how to play traditional acoustic and electric blues guitar. If you have any questions, if I confused you, lost you, let me know. My advice, fool around with it. If you're just starting playing slide, just experiment with moving the slide around, trying to get clean sound. Picks, I use plastic finger picks, a National heavy finger pick, large on my thumb. I use Alaska finger picks, which are really neat. They slide over your finger. You might notice the electrical tape there. That's because my fingers, I don't know if they sweat a lot or they're really long and thin. The picks don't stay on there real good. So I just take a piece of electrical tape, wrap it around to keep it on there so I don't have to worry about it flipping off during the song. You can also use Scotch tape or duct tape or anything to keep it on there. You can put another pick on your middle finger. Do whatever you want. I think one thing that's neat about the slide playing is the heavier the picks, the more soul you get out of the slide. Also on the strings, something I do. I don't have the money to buy a tricone, which I would like, a National tricone. Don't have $3,000 laying around right now. But on this old Harmony acoustic, I put resonator strings on here. And these are D'Addario with a 16 on the high E. Those are really heavy acoustic strings. I only use this guitar for bottleneck playing in open G and open D. When you put the heavy strings on your guitar, you got to be careful. You don't want to bend the neck and maybe even break break the guitar. One thing that I figured out was if I put resonator strings on here and keep it in a lower tuning, open D or open G, I don't have to worry about that. If I tried to tune this up to standard tuning, then I might tear this thing apart.